What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are not reacting to an actual show this season. We are going to be reacting to the movie Fragtime. This came out in November of 2019, and as per usual with most movie format shows that come out in anime, it usually takes about 6 months or so before they come out onto Blu-ray DVD, and then it's up to, most of the time, fan subbers to translate them, and the person who translated this one is Hina, I believe, at LNLY Hikikomori on Twitter. I'll put a link down in the description just so we can send thanks to that. So yeah, I was interested in this one. I mentioned it in my preview video for Spring 2020. I knew the Blu-ray would be coming out around about a month ago now, May 15th or so, I believe was the official release date, something like that. And I was looking forward to it. It's a show that should be up my alley, or a movie that should be right up my alley. This is a shoujo-ai romance with a little bit of a supernatural twist in there. It's only an hour long, so it's a relatively short movie. I'm used to hour 20, hour 30 movies, typically. So this is like a 3-episode anime, essentially, combined into one. So it should make up a good story arc, at least, out of it. I've seen the synopsis. I know where this is going. It's based on this girl, Misuzu Moritani, who can basically pause time around her, but only for 3 minutes, which is an interesting concept. I've seen the idea of being able to stop time. It's a common concept. There was a kids show I used to watch with a stopwatch. I have no idea if anyone's going to remember this show, and if anyone remembers the title of it, but it was a kids show in the UK where this kid could use a stopwatch, pause time, and he would do, he won, a karate tournament or something thanks to it. He managed to pull a book apart because of it, or convince that one of his friends could pull a book apart for it. I don't know if anyone's going to remember the title of this. If anyone does, I'd love to hear it and just see what happened to that show, how long it actually ran for. But yeah, I know there's a romance element to it. I don't expect this to be super emotional. I'm not expecting this to be one of those ones that really gets me in the feels and gets me out of it. I'm not going into this thinking it's going to be Violet levels of emotion. Violet Evergarden, the poster on the wall. I'm not expecting that per se. So I'm expecting this to still be a very entertaining movie. It's like I said, it hits all the categories I like. I like a hint of supernatural. I like romance. Shoujo-ai shows you don't get anywhere near enough. The recommendations for it as well. I mean, it recommends Kaze-san, and I loved Kaze-san. The manga also recommends Bloom Into You, which again I have watched, and I very much enjoyed those. So this should be easy up my alley. This is done by Tear Studio, by the way, and if you've never heard of Tear Studio or Tear Studio, I'm not actually sure what it was meant to be. I assume tear, as in tear, not tear. But if you've never heard of them, I don't blame you. They filed for bankruptcy about 6 months ago, shortly after the movie came out, due to 43 million of debt, including 8 million of it going towards the animators. And I think the warning signs were there very, very early on, because the studio was founded in 2013, but their first project didn't release until July of 2018, and Lord of Vermilion, The Crimson King, I don't think was a particularly bad title. I don't think it was a trash title. They then did Why the Hell Are You Here, Teacher? I have watched that. It was entertaining, to say the least, as well as the OVA. But they didn't really ever get a standout project, and they were already in major trouble, presumably because they hadn't had a project in 5 years. That was probably not helping the fact that they were just bleeding money trying to get projects off the ground, and it ultimately didn't work out for them. So I think it was Sentai Filmworks that got the licensing for this in the end. At least I know Sentai Filmworks has licensed this. I don't know beyond that how it came to be that they managed to distribute this on Blu-ray as successfully as they did, but we'll see. I am more than happy to be watching this. The link to it will be in the description below of where you can watch this, or the version of I am watching. Obviously, support the original Blu-ray if you can. Obviously, I don't believe the official Blu-ray has English subtitles. I have no idea when official English subtitles would get released, so we'll be using Hina's translated ones that she has done for us here. And with that said, I guess we should get into it, shall we? So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I normally do seasonal anime. These are special one-off movie episodes that I do. In the bottom left of the screen, so around about here or so, you're going to see the timer for the episode, so you can sync this up with the footage. I can't show any of it on screen, of course, for copyright reasons, especially when it comes to movies. That's even more dangerous territory than just regular seasonal anime. So I never take the risk anymore, especially after the whole Molbeat incident of last month. So that's why you won't hear audio, you won't see any of the screen to sync up. But if you're watching along with the same version as I am, or with the official Blu-ray version, you should be more than fine. I'll be calling out some of like the beginning like studio logos and such, which should be consistent amongst every single version. And yeah, it should be easy enough to sync up, and it shouldn't be too bad if you are like just maybe like half a second off or whatever. It's not too bad, at least. So I'm going to count us down 3, 2, 1, play, and then obviously on play, we get going. So, somewhat long intro, although not my longest intro by far. Hour of Fragtime, Shoujo Ai goodness. I'm just excited to have a Shoujo Ai show again to watch. It's been a little while since I had a really good one to sink my teeth into, so here we go in 3, 2, 1, play. Translated by Hina. Credits in the description. Pony Canyon. And special thanks to Buzzle. Oh, hi, Buzzle. Thank you, oh, hi, Buzzle. Akita Shoten, since 1948. Okay. Tier Studio, unfortunately now defunct. Ticking clock. If. Setting up the basic premise. What would you do, I'm guessing? I mean, yeah, what would you do? You have 3 minutes to just pause time. I think I know what I do, and I think she's going to do it, based on the synopsis. I like this art style. Not very confident with speaking. And she stops time. I love there's just no music for this scene. This is good. It really makes it just settle in. She just leaves? How are you going to keep explaining that, I wonder? Okay, I'm guessing that's going to be our other main interest character. Yeah, just pure silence. I love it. And yep, she sees her. And I think she's going to look at her panties. There we go. Such a weird concept, but it makes sense. I mean, and she can move. Yep. Okay. It's a very good question. I love how she's still lifting up the skirt, though. And into music. Opening credits. Very simplistic music and shot choices so far. Just calm, not trying to blow you away with anything. Building the music up. Out into the stars. What is eternity? That's a good question. I mean, can you even comprehend it? Good morning. Oh? Mm-hmm. Yep. Taking it very well, though. I mean, can anyone honestly say they wouldn't do the same? Just saying. Just saying. Sure. It's a pervert. Hmm. 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 Yep, saying out the fact that you have a bit of a crush. I mean, okay. I like the stylistic shots they're using just to portray this. Instead of just showing two characters talking, they're letting the voice lines play, but showing some other visuals over top. I like it. There's a lot wrong. She's freaking out right now. Table tennis, okay. That's not a common one. Never too late. She never concerned the fact you just disappear? No, she's done it again. And yep. Somewhat of a petty reason to do it, but you're special. Mm-hmm. Yes. I mean, I don't think we'll ever know the answer to that. I mean, that's one way to interpret it. I mean, addressing it very early. But you can't deny it, can you? Okay. Going on our first date. I wonder. Hmm. Yep, trying to blow off that guy that was creeping. No, it's not really creeping, but you know. He was trying. That's just who she is. But you don't. Well, that's not really an option, is it? Whoa, okay. Straight to pants. I love it. uh, it's just that you were the one wearing them. I love this dynamic already. I mean, we're 10 minutes in, I love this dynamic. Do you forgive me? Who would forgive you? Hmm. Huh? Huh? Were dating. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Oh. Okay. I mean, is she really that cold of a person? Or is she bottling it up? Well, perhaps she's just found no reason to care yet. I wonder. Oh, she's paused time. Well, you want to go get revenge? I love it. I mean, you gotta be a little careful because someone's gonna catch on to this eventually. Surely. Hmm. She's gonna buy him after all? Confidence. You can do it. Did you buy a different pair? I don't know. Ah. Just playing pranks on everyone now. Hmm. Of course. Hmm. Why does it have to just be this 3 minutes of pause time? It's making that transition, I suppose. Okay, decently athletic. And time is paused again. I think that one was more unintentional. Jealousy? It might be jealousy. And stopped it again. She's unconsciously doing it at this point. Aha. Accident. Completely jealous. Completely jealous of the time she spends with everyone else. Okay. Can't have time all to yourself. Yep. Oh boy. And paused it again. You say it's not intentional. Yeah, because you're... There we go. Straight at it. Just sees right through her. No, you are 100% jealous. Just walks away. Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of separation and distance between them. You're using your ability to stop time as an excuse now. Well, I don't think it's that. I think she's trying to help you to not be reliant on the time thing to just talk to her. Very good question. Yes. Mm-hmm. You said not to. Oh. I doubt that. There you go. If you second guess everything you say, you'll never get to say what you want. Oh. Oh. And she stopped time for it. Mm-hmm. Oh. Accepting of it. Reaffirmance that she does also feel this way about you. And there it is. And they've done in 20 minutes what most romance anime can't do in a few seasons. That was a nice shot of just having those two and everyone else was empty around them. That was a very nice shot. Very subtle. Focus on the pop quiz, focus on the pop quiz. What would you like? Super curious now. In exchange, come hang out with my friend group and start. Trying to help her be more social, I assume? Yep. Stop using your time to... I mean... Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Ooh. Okay. And thus... I mean... Okay, here we go. The rumors, the jealousy. This is what happens in school. Now she's hearing all of it. People are horrible, especially at this age. Mm-hmm. Yep. So the best thing you can do is be genuine. Oh? What's she doing? This is a little odd. Oh. Sure. Okay. I mean, you have 3 minutes, don't forget. Well then. Wow. I mean, how do you say no? That's such a weird shot. Such a weird premise. Not yet, anyway. Mm-hmm. Tired of playing the prim and proper girl. There's your picture. So I assume they got back changed. Yeah. Hmm. Just wants to ruin that reputation. Hmm. Got some good photos out of it, let's be real here. Such an interesting premise and such a wrong one. Don't you dare use time to skip out. Just say no. Give her a proper answer instead of leaving. I suppose that is true. No. That's a lesson you should have learnt by now. Mm-hmm. Yep. People don't care about that shit. You're too innocent. This is what it means to be close friends. Probably not, but completely tuned out. No. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. I mean, the shot choices of this have been. Yep, time's been stopped. It's time for a talk. Sunlight increases. Oh. Oh. Actually gonna address it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Considering the supernatural aspect of this show, there's no way she just disappears, right? She's just tired and thinking about stuff. Yeah, let's get some fresh air. It's not a bad idea. Getting a bit dusky in here. Shout out to anyone who understands that reference. Oh? Aha. Good luck. It's a rough industry to probably get started into. What are your future plans? Oh boy. Oh boy. Boy. Pausing time? Pausing time. Yeah. Hmm. Their heads moved. Time wasn't paused then. Right? I'm fairly certain. Mm-hmm. It can. I mean, with a bit of confidence, it can. Well, it can't go that far, unfortunately. Human lifespans and all that. Why are we flying? Since when this turned into Frosty the Snowman? Hmm. That's true. If you stop time, how can there be a time constraint? It's actually a Good point. Mm-hmm. Obviously. Does yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, the rumors have started again. Yeah. Get set. Mm-hmm. Shall have an honest go at your dreams. Just an example, sure. This is for a friend, it's not for me. Okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, the blunt answer is often the correct one. Wow. Mm-hmm. Yes, be open and honest. Hmm. He completely knows. I mean, after how you started out at the beginning of this show, yeah, not likely. And this should be encouragement that you can do the same here. And time has stopped again. Hmm. Hmm. Well, yeah. Let's make a difference. Hmm. Actually being helpful. Wow. Is this her way of getting back at everyone? Yeah. Well. Naturally. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. Oof. Then you've got to actually ask her. Okay, being a bit more forward now. And truck Kun Isekai suddenly. No, not gonna happen. Don't stand in the middle of the street. At least cross the street before you check your phone. Come on. Big apartment building, I'm guessing? Yeah. Big apartment building. Yeah, big apartment building. Holy cow. I'm used to seeing like 3 or 4 story apartment blocks. Yeah, already 10 floors, okay. Yeah, no. Point that one out. Darjeeling, okay. Getting a little fancy with it, okay. I approve. Which is basically an invite to do so, but no. That's a very good question. Without using... I don't think she's satisfied with that line, based on the way she put her tea down. Up onto the bed. And pulls her. Is this a test of her? This is my true self, I'm guessing. I guess. mean, it's what she's done her entire life now. Say it. Goddamn phones. Ruining of tense moments everywhere. It's basically telling you, hey, look under my bed. Like, I mean, she can't be more obvious about it. I wonder what wish she would find. We keep coming back to this beach. Oh. Oh. Hmm. Oh boy, now how's she gonna handle this information? Not even trying to hide the fact that she's doing it. Is this her supernatural power? Hmm. um, that one's kind of true, yeah. But she's different. I mean, most. Yeah. She's gotta go look for her own one. Yeah. There's nothing there. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was a different voice. There we go. Mm-hmm. Yep. You gonna straight say it? Just let it. Okay. The guy's just like, please, people have forgotten about that. Why not? Admit it. Say it. Okay. She was hiding and running away from it just as much as you were. Mm-hmm. Of course it is. Oh. Young Harika? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I love this build up of music. This is so good. Mm-hmm. Bringing it around. Oh. You just wanted to be. Mm-hmm. It's not the only way to do things. Nah, she said it. Carla's coming back. Mm-hmm. And how many people are watching this, by the way? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Time skip. Alright. Face reality and face the world around you. Naturally. Lord knows there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Mm-hmm. And there they are on the beach. Alright, well. And roll credits. Wow, okay. That was good. Like I said, I wasn't expecting to have a huge emotional impact, and had a bit more than I was expecting, if I'm honest. Yeah, that was good. I wouldn't say it completely blew me away or anything, obviously, but considering they only had an hour to convey quite a lot, it did feel a bit rushed in places, obviously. Then again, there are only 2 volumes of source material to go through, so I would have loved to have seen this get fully fleshed out. Like, either given a full movie length or even a full series, but I don't know if a full series would have been possible with what I assume has been a complete coverage of the entire source material here. At least from the start to the end. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of stuff probably from the source material that's missing. Considering it is a short project, I might go and read the source material for this just to see how much was skipped, if any. Just so I have that point of reference. Or at least see how long the 2 volumes are. I like this song they used for the ending of the credits. Yeah, I think I appreciated oh, what's her name? I don't remember their names. Was it Moritani? Wait, Moritani's from something else. It might have been Moritani, but Moritani is from some other show at least. But yeah, it is Moritani. I appreciated her. I appreciated her journey a bit more than Haruka's. I think that had a bit more impact on me than Haruka's journey. I think Haruka's journey was a bit. I'm not sure if I completely got it from a first watch through, and what ultimately she was looking for and trying to achieve. It might just be because it's a slightly more complex one to try and deal with the Moritani. Moritani was fairly simple. She was just looking to run away from the world and looking for the easy escape option to not put herself at risk of any social conflict or pain from actually interacting with someone. Yeah, good ending song. Looking at the lyrics for it, makes a lot of sense. Momentary dream. That time was real. Yes. And there we go. And the timer breaks itself. See? That is why I did not change my timer, because I knew this file length was 1 minute and 5 seconds. I was like, is it really worth switching to an hour-long timer just for that? So I didn't bother, basically. That was good. That was very, very good. Yeah, like I said, Moritani's story and her journey from where she started to where she ended up, that definitely felt more fleshed out to me and more understandable and, I guess, to an extent, relatable. I can't relate with pausing time and looking at girls' panties. I can't relate with that. I can relate with the second half of that, obviously. I mean, I was a teenage boy. Of course I can relate to that. But, yeah. Haruka... I don't know. There's just something about Haruka that's... I like her character a lot. So, let me just do this here. Fragtime. Because there's a very detailed plot breakdown of this on Wikipedia already, which is quite surprising. Yeah, so she was just trying to be liked, I think is the general idea, right, behind what Haruka was trying to do. She was just trying to be liked by someone. But the more she tried, the more she realized that everyone was just using her because they got anything they needed out of her, and there was never, like, especially with the scene we saw of Moritani in the bathrooms when the other friends were coming in, doing their makeup and whatnot. You can see, and quite clearly pointed out, a very, very common thing that would happen in, I think, pretty much every school environment. I don't think this is just simply a Japanese school thing. I think this will relate to every school system across the world. The two-facedness of, well, the teenage years, essentially. Like, you never truly know if someone's genuinely being friendly with you or just doing it because they're getting something out of you whilst they're there. And to an extent, that goes beyond just school and teenage years. That can continue into your 20s, into your 30s, I presume. Obviously, I haven't reached the 30s yet, so I have no idea if it does continue that far, but being 23 now, almost 24, I can safely say that at least after school, those experiences can very easily still happen. And as a result, I can kind of relate to that. And I get it might be more of a cliche now to have those types of scenes. The talking behind the back in the school bathroom sort of thing, but it's just that honest and true that it happens all the time. And is not a infrequent occurrence, so it makes perfect sense for that moment. But yeah, the fact that Haruka was able to not be influenced by Misuzu's time, it was essentially the universe's way of getting these two together, because it was the only way either of them would ever improve and get out of the situations they were in. They needed each other to be the catalyst to change the direction they were heading in. Like, Misuzu would forever want to run away and just not have to deal with any of the social consequences of things that would happen. But she finally found someone that you couldn't even run away from that. It's like, you can try and run away, but there is always someone who will know. Which I guess is meant to play on the fact that you can run away, but you will always know what's happened to an extent. So I guess that's kind of playing off that a little bit. Yeah. And you can see the slow progress as well of Moritani actually learning some of this stuff when she didn't run away from Yukari that first time. And you can see the sort of progress being made there, starting to get into Yukari's friendship circle, realizing just what social norms were, like how close friends can be, like sharing food, indirect kisses and all that. Like, I don't think indirect kisses are as big of a thing, at least in the UK in the West. Not from when I grew up. I don't think that was more of a thing. I don't know. Can't speak for obviously the American schooling system, but like indirect kisses and their portrayal in anime is a very common thing, and it's kind of like usually if you're conscious of indirect kisses and stuff like that, you're normally seen as more of a pure character to be bothered by that, I guess. Kaguya is very much an example of that. Her sheltered upbringing. I can talk at times. It's been an hour of recording. All right, I'm allowed to make these mistakes. But yeah, that was very good. So what I was going to look up is Fragtime manga. Let's see. Mangakalot lists it as 18 chapters. How long is a chapter? Oh, they're short chapters. Okay. These are short chapters. Okay. Let's see. Do they get longer as they go on? Nope, they... Okay, they do get a little longer at times, okay. Alright, so yeah, likely that not a lot was glossed over in that adaptation, if I was to be expecting it. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I will probably spend some time just to sit down and read that. It's only 18 chapters, so I should have enough time to go through that and just see if there was anything important missing. I doubt there was anything that I need to be worrying about anyway, but we'll see, we'll see. Yep, I enjoyed that one. I'm glad I checked it out. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be one of those movies or anything that like ranks super highly on people's lists. Like Violet is a step above the rest. Silent Voice, also poster up there, was just a step above the rest in terms of anime movies. Like both of those had the real hard-hitting feels moments to them, whereas Fragtime didn't really capture that. Like it was a sweet story on how these two came together and became, well, not dependent on each other. That's not what I want to say. I don't want to say dependent on each other, because they're not dependent on each other, but found each other and grew from their meeting and interactions. That's more like it. And it was a nice story. I think as compared to other Shoujo Ai-based OVAs and series I've watched, I think one I would immediately relate to it, because it's one of the more recent ones I watched, was Kaze-san the Morning Glories, or Asagao... Is it Asagao? Yeah, Asagao to Kaze-san. This is, again, another hour-long OVA, Shoujo Ai-based. I very much enjoyed that one. I think I enjoyed it more than this one, in fact. That was more of a... that didn't focus on any of the supernatural stuff, and was more innocent and cutesy in its portrayal, I think. Then if we're going to talk about other stuff, what else we got? Bloom Into You. There. Slow down. Get your words out. This definitely felt like Bloom Into You. Like, it had a very similar feeling, like, especially in character portrayal. Like, Like, I could see a bit of Nanami in Haruka. I could definitely see a little bit of that. Yeah, and then what else did we have? Sakura Trick. Sakura Trick was a very different Shoujo Ai type of show. Not so much focused on the emotion side of things, but more the physical side of things, which was, I mean, it was different and definitely makes it stand out, but, you know. There was another show that I was going to reference as well, the recent Shoujo Ai show that I watched. Oh, Citrus. Citrus was way more drama-filled and way more angsty, I guess. Yeah, that was based on just misconstrued actions here and there, and just constant drama and constant conflict that kind of ruined it for me, in all honesty. It just was too... Like, the conflict in romance go hand in hand for the most part. Most romance shows will have that sense of conflict, whether it's a case of conflict of, well, if I do... Like, can I be romantically attracted to this person? Especially for Shoujo Ai-based stuff, it's always like but can two girls? And even for BL stuff, I imagine as well, although I'm not very well versed in BL stuff. I just choose not to watch it. It just doesn't interest me in the same way. I don't know why. It just never really grabbed me. Like, I tried Yuri on Ice, and I just didn't get into it. This was right when it came out, though, and Yuri on Ice came out... When was that? Was that 2017, I want to say? 2016, okay, so it's even longer. So yeah, maybe my taste in anime just wasn't as well defined back then. That was nearly 4 years ago now. So I would have only been a couple of years into anime, so maybe I should be giving shows like that another chance now that I'm a bit more... I mean, it's Studio Mappa as well, I mean... And I love Studio Mappa. So, maybe I should be giving that a go more often in the future, just to see, now that I'm a bit more cultured on a multitude of shows. Like, when I first started anime, I was very much set in my lane of, I like this genre, I like these types of shows, I stick with those, I'll watch anything based on that, and then that's me done. But since I switched to seasonal shows, which has been the past year or so, well, the past 6 months of doing this channel, as well as the year before that, I found so many more different types of shows that I never would have watched if I didn't do seasonal shows and watching everything. Like, I don't know if I would have started Tower of God. I don't know... Like, I wouldn't have started Woodpecker Detective. I know for certain I wouldn't have started that. Gal and Dino, like, there is no way I would have tried Gal and Dino if I didn't watch seasonally, and I'm so glad I did. I can't wait for that to return. But, yeah, all in all, to wrap this up, because I'm going a bit long now. I don't want to go too long. An enjoyable Shoujo Ai OVA. I don't think it's the best out there. I think there is, I feel like there's more that could have been done with this concept. I don't know, I just feel like... there was more to get out of these characters. And this isn't a criticism of the OVA. I think this is more of a criticism of the source, although I need to go and read the source first before I really cement this opinion in. But I feel like there wasn't enough substance out of it. Like, for an hour OVA, you can't put too much substance in. But I feel like this type of show would benefit more from having a hard emotional impact. Like I said, these types of shows and movies, if you're going to do romance-based stuff, like, even make it really cutesy, like Kasisana Morning Glories. That was cutesy and still had that emotional impact. Like, I definitely had more emotional impact from that than I did this. And I think... Yeah, it was trying to have some impact, but I don't think it hit as hard as maybe it was intending to, or it just never was meant to, and it's just not my type of thing when it doesn't have that oomph to it. I don't know. I'll read the source material and see what I think of it after that, but I'm glad I watched it. I'm glad I gave it the time, because it is still good. Like, here's the thing. When it comes to me, and when I say something is good, I'm just like, it was okay, it was good. That's still putting it up like a 7 on my list. Like, I call a good a 7 out of 10. And 7 out of 10 is nothing to be scoffed at. Like, if I think something's kind of bad, I'll put it to 5 and below. That's where I'm starting to say, okay, the bad shows go at 5 and below. I think I'm quite generous with scoring system, but at the same time, I compress my scoring system a lot. So what I consider good is around 7 to 8. What I consider like excellent is like 8 to 9. Anything above a 9 is almost impossible to me. It has to be something that, on an emotional level, completely breaks me down, such as Silent Voice up there, or Clannad, or Violet, something like that. It's like, to get a 9+, you have to have a huge emotional connection like that can truly break me down. And I think, depending on what Kakushigoto gets like, because I'm 2 episodes behind on Kakushigoto, I will be catching up before next week's, or this week's episode, I should say. Depending on how that goes, that might start really hiking up to that top end of the score. Or it has to do something that I've never seen before and was just incredible to me. So something like Id Invaded, like that as a detective show was fantastic. Like, absolutely fantastic. And I just hadn't experienced something like that as well done as that. So it really ranked up there for me. So, yeah, 7 out of 10, I'd say, for Fragtime. I will be doing an end-of-season, like, sum-up, and I'll probably throw Fragtime onto that, since I reacted to it this time. I don't think I put the movies in the last ranking video I did. Not that you guys can go and check that anymore, because that channel got deleted. I still have it, so I can double-check exactly what I did, but I'm fairly certain I didn't include the movies in my rankings. I'll do it for Fragtime this time. I believe there was some other movies I was going to watch this season, wasn't there? Wasn't there? Oh, right. ReZero OVA. We'll be doing that very soon as well, I promise. We'll do that before ReZero comes back around. I'm going to rewatch the first season of ReZero, and then I will... I'll probably watch the director's cut, actually. Well, I'll either watch the director's cut of ReZero, and then the OVA, or I'll find a reaction channel that has done ReZero. Maybe Yutaka Saga, relive those days, maybe. And then I'll watch the OVA, and that will come out before the season starts. Did they set a concrete date on when ReZero Season 2 is coming in? Not Season 3, we're not getting a Season 3 yet. ReZero Season 2, let's see. I know it said July, but do we need to say when July? No. No, we don't have a concrete July date, at least not listed here. Just says July, okay. But yeah, it's going to come out before July, so this month at some point you will see the ReZero OVA. Was it Memory Snow or something? Or was it Frozen Bonds? Which one is it? Was it Memory Snow or Frozen Bonds? I can't remember. I'll find it on Crunchyroll later. It's a Crunchyroll show, so I'll be able to check it out. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did. Leave a like if you did. Helps grow the channel out. Leave a comment on what you thought of the show. Or the movie, I should say. I don't actually have a dedicated section for this on my Discord channel, of which I have a Discord if you want to come and talk about it. So we'll probably just talk about it in general. If anyone wants to have a more in-depth discussion about it, we'll do that there. And don't forget to hit subscribe to see future movie reactions like this coming up. I still need to watch Weathering with You at some point. That's something I do need to check out. And like I said, we still got the ReZero OVA to come up as well, that I'll be doing before July comes around, as well as the rest of the Spring 2020 reactions that you can find on my channel. Shows like Kakushigoto, Kaguya, Villainess, Arte. People need to watch more Arte, okay? Can we just appreciate that Arte is underwatched this season? Thank you. But then Sing Yesterday for me, Bookworm, BNA and Sword Art will be coming eventually as well. I haven't forgot about those. I'm just struggling to keep on schedule with a lot of things this season. It's been a weird season, and hopefully we can get onto it very, very soon. So thank you for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.